Imagine spaghetti and meatballs, but the meatballs are tiny, like minuscule. Like you think you can maybe fit a dozen meatballs in just one bite. Tiny meatball pasta is an amazing recipe. My friend Steve is a YouTube veteran and made this recipe popular several years ago. Now here we are in 2026 and I feel like I'm seeing versions of this popping up all over the internet. Now, did they get the idea from Steve? I have no idea. What I do know is that I'm happily gonna steal it and make some today too, because tiny meatballs are honestly genius. You get more in every bite, they caramelize better, and it honestly just feels like a better version of spaghetti and meatballs. I'm Alexa, and tonight, tiny meatball pasta is what's for dinner. The recipe starts with making the meatballs, the tiny meatballs. I believe the proper term is polpettini. I don't know, I don't speak Italian. I think that means tiny meatballs. I have Steve's recipe up here on the computer that I'm following and I'm reading it in his voice. So let's just pretend he's the one pronouncing
tiny meatballs.
So we are using a pound of ground beef. His recipe actually calls for half a pound of ground chuck and half a pound of ground veal. I don't have ground veal, nor do I have a good lead on where to get it. So ground beef it is, but I'm sure pork would work great. Any combination of meats would, in theory, work great here. Okay, we also need a quarter cup of ricotta. I'm gonna eyeball. I'm just like not in the mood to dirty a bunch of measuring cups right now. But 1 egg. I cook a lot, so I have like a general vision of how much amounts look like, if that makes sense. Definitely just follow the recipe exactly if you would like to be more accurate. Now we're gonna do 1/3 cup of seasoned breadcrumbs. My mom makes really good meatballs. She's not Italian, like my family's not Italian, but she makes really good meatballs. She doesn't use breadcrumbs though. They come out great. Her meatballs are delicious. My salt is in here, in my tripod. Salt. Steve's recipe only calls for 1 clove of garlic, but can we just agree here and not tell him that I'm gonna do like 4? 1 clove of garlic for a pound of ground meat is just not nearly enough. You guys are my friends, so don't tell him I said that. But he's out of his mind for that. We're gonna grate the garlic in so that it gets nice and fine. This is always just a little scary because I feel like I'm gonna grate my fingers, but anything for you, garlic. While I'm grating in my garlic, let's take a moment to talk about the backstory here behind this dish. The polpettini, the tiny meatballs. Believe it or not, that's actually how meatballs started. Americans, surprise, surprise, turned the tiny meatballs from Italy into what we now know as regular sized or giant meatballs. Classic America. So this was back in the day, you know, hundreds of years ago in Italy. Making the meatballs really small was how they did it. Meat was expensive. This is a genius way of kind of stretching a small amount of meat into a lot of servings because they're really tiny. So instead of serving people with just, 1 or 2 giant meatballs, you can serve them 12 tiny ones. So between the 1880s and 1920s, Italians started immigrating to the United States, and because of this access to cheaper meat, dried pasta, canned tomatoes, and pasta sauces, the Italian-American spaghetti and meatballs that we know today came to exist. Now, so I've talked a lot about my friend Steve. He's at Not Another Cooking Show here on YouTube. He's at The Food Freak on other social media platforms. Steve made this viral in 2023. It's been floating around, doing its thing on the internet. Like I said, it's definitely an older Italian tradition, so it's not a new thing. And then recently, it's June, about a month ago, I started seeing these tiny meatball videos going super viral on Instagram and TikTok. So they're back with a vengeance. It's summer, so tomatoes are in season. You could make tomato sauce from scratch with fresh tomatoes. Highly recommend, especially if you can get to a farmer's market. We're not gonna do that today because I couldn't get to a farmer's market. Instead, I'm gonna use canned crushed tomatoes. I will absolutely make a tomato sauce from scratch with fresh tomatoes as soon as humanly possible. Today was not the day for that. It's been a week. Oh, also, I didn't even mention, hello, yeah, my hair is a different color. Let's talk about that in a second. I need to chop up some parsley. I'm gonna rinse off some parsley to put in here. Okay, so yeah, in case you were wondering about the hair, little about me, I am a full-time content creator with my main platforms being Instagram and TikTok. The long-form content here is relatively new, but my full-time job is being a full-time content creator, so I make the vast majority of my income through brand partnerships, and I got a brand partnership with a boxed hair dye. I won't mention the brand here because they're not paying me to. It's an Instagram video that they paid for. And yeah, the boxed dye was to dye my hair from like the color that it was that you just saw 2 weeks ago into, it's kind of like a light brown. It's supposed to be like blonde-ish. It's like a defrosting for summer campaign. So I had to do my hair like this for work. It's my job. People seem to like it. I like it. I think that it's like a fun summer change. Do I know how long I'm gonna keep it like this? No. But for now, all is well. Okay, I gotta be honest here. I was chit-chatting with you guys and got distracted from Steve's meatball recipe, so I did not follow the exact instructions. I guess things were supposed to be kind of mixed together separately and then added into the bowl. I just put it all together. I'm assuming this is still gonna be fine. I mean, it's all together. Meatballs are meatballs. So we're gonna hope that these come out delicious. I'm sure they will because it smells really good and I love meatballs. I have no complaints about really any meatballs that I've tried. But just a note, follow Steve's recipe exactly if you want it. Exactly like he does. I'm gonna try to just get it just incorporated. I have a surprise for you guys right after this, right after I do this pepper. Okay, hi. Made a quick grocery run. Hi, can you say hello? Why are you in there? Why? What did you have to take care of in the bag? Okay, so we have that. One piece of good news. Again, you guys, do not tell Steve. He would kill me for messing up his recipe.
The recipe to these meatballs is fairly simple.
How bad can it be to put everything together? I mean, they smell really good and garlicky, so certainly can't be bad. I also feel like they're gonna be nice and moist because of the ricotta and the breadcrumbs. They'll be delicious. Okay, now I'm actually embarrassed. He's actually gonna kill me because I forgot to put the Parmesan in. 1/3 of a cup of Parmesan cheese or Pecorino Romano. Now I feel like I'm in trouble. Listen, I'm just a girl. I was distracted. Okay, so we're getting the cheese. Everything's gonna be fine. As with all things, life is good. We're gonna be great. Meatballs are gonna be delicious. There's actually a lot of cheese in this meatball recipe. As we can see here, they look very like moist, and I think these are gonna be really delicious now that I've hopefully gotten all the ingredients in and done it close enough to right. Now the time has come to scoop and roll our meatballs. Steve says to scoop them out with a 1/2 teaspoon measure before rolling them. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try to follow his instructions from here on out.
Simple.
Just like a little scoop like that. So I'm Jewish on my mom's side by ethnicity, not by religion. And when I make my grandma's matzo ball soup recipe, I actually use this same method for the matzo balls. I like to do them really tiny because you can get a bunch instead of just one big mega ball. Now I'm curious, I would like to know the history of when matzo balls became like huge. If any of you have had matzo ball soup, you may have had them from delis where they're like really big. I wonder. The only downside to these meatballs is that it's a bit of a tedious process, but we're brave. There's lots we can do. No, Buttercup. None of this is for you. Okay. No, you need to go. No, go away. Okay, I'm gonna start like rolling these because I'm running out of room on this plate. So let's do that. They're really cute. The Nonas making this in Abruzzo definitely had their work cut out for them. This takes time. It's kind of therapeutic though. My inner monologue up here is bonkers, as you can probably imagine, but.
A few tiny meatballs later.
Check it out! We have an abundant plate full of mini meatballs. I can't even count how many there are. 100 more? Maybe we should play one of those games like guess how many jelly beans are in the jar to guess how many meatballs there are. It's time to cook them, finally. Now, I'm gonna be completely real with you. That took like a long time to roll them all up that small. So will it be worth it? I hope so. I feel good about it. I trust Steve with a lot of things, so if he said this is the best spaghetti meatballs, I believe him. I'm heating up a big pan right now that we're gonna cook the meatballs and the sauce in, but at the same time, I'm gonna boil some water for the spaghetti. What are you doing? What is happening? Whoa! Excuse me! What is your problem? She literally just knocked over my entire set for no reason. What did I do to deserve that? Oh my god. That was rude. Okay, our oil is hot. My set is reset up. Thank you, Buttercup. And we're gonna add in some meatballs. I'm like rolling them in. Okay, I'm gonna do it in 2 batches so that they all get plenty of space in here. There you go. Okay, babies, do your thing. Okay, I'm also gonna mince up some garlic for the tomato sauce that gets built in the same pan as the meatballs. Although it did take a long time to roll them up, it is technically a 1-pan situation, which we love. The situation smells very good, I can tell you that much. Okay, now we've got our minced garlic that'll be ready when we start building our sauce. I'm gonna turn these so they can kind of brown on all sides. Now, since they're super small, they're obviously gonna cook really quickly compared to a big meatball, a mega ball. I would recommend a high heat so that we can get like nice brown color on as many of them as possible. Things are looking good. Okay, my pasta water is boiling, so I'm gonna add in my spaghetti. Now I'm gonna take these meatballs out so we can cook the rest of the meatballs, and then we will build the sauce in here. And then we add our pasta, and we're done. So the rolling of the meatballs is really the only time-consuming part. The rest is actually really easy. And look how cute they are. I'm really excited about this, actually, and I'm starving. I'm so excited to eat. Going in with the rest. Let's try one. Really good. Pretty fun. Okay, my second batch of meatballs is cooked. So I'm just using a paper towel to absorb some of this excess oil because I'm about to build the sauce in here. I just don't want it too oily. Don't need that much, just getting rid of a bit of it. Now it's time to build the sauce in there, which means we add in our garlic. Also, we add in the stems of some basil. Okay, now it's time to put our first batch of meatballs back in with everything else. Now we pour in our crushed San Marzano tomatoes. It smells so good, I'm so excited. I'm so hungry. And now we let that reduce for a bit. It is time to add our spaghetti to our meatballs. Now I just cooked these until they were about al dente, because we're gonna finish the spaghetti in the pan here. Nice and saucy. I love spaghetti and meatballs. This is gonna sound kind of annoying, but I don't like a meat sauce because it always kind of tastes like Hamburger Helper to me and feels like Hamburger Helper. I've had like bologneses at some of the best restaurants in many cities, and it's just like never done it for me. So I love spaghetti and meatballs because the meat is kind of more like separate from the pasta, if that makes sense. Next time you have a bolognese, try to not think about Hamburger Helper. I also hate a pasta that's not saucy enough, so I'd always rather have like too much sauce than not enough. Steve's recipe calls for a bit of cold butter at the end. I love that sound, saucy pasta. Yum, yum, yum. Ooh, it's literally so heavy. So many meatballs. Okay, get our nice saucy pasta in here. Oops, I always make a mess at the last second, like just when things are looking so cute. It all gets ruined. Let's clean up our little mess. The little meatballs are so good. Okay, now I'm gonna hit this with some freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Do you ever just feel like your own hands like don't cooperate with you? That's how I feel a lot. I'm like the Italian waiter at the restaurant when he says, "Say when." A tiny bit of crushed red pepper on top. Look how pretty. Wow. What a gorgeous little bowl of pasta that I'm so excited to dig into. Imagine fumbling me, and this is what you miss out on, amongst so many other great things. At least I have enough self-love. That's the most important part. So, this looks steaming hot, piping hot. Oh, yeah. That'll do. That's so good. I told you I trusted Steve, and I was like, I might have messed up this recipe here or there, made some hiccups along the way, but I knew it was all gonna come together in a beautiful and wonderful way. I'm trying to see how many meatballs I can fit on here. Okay, let's just go with 4 for now. Believe it or not, I feel like I need more meatballs. That's like literally splendid, and I love it. Literally my only complaint about the entire thing was just how long it takes to roll up the mini meatballs. But say if you had like a kid helping you or a significant other, couldn't be me. It would go by faster. I was doing it by myself. Or if you did it with friends, literally that's the only complaint. The rest of this here is truly delightful. Definitely top 3 pasta dishes, spaghetti meatballs, full stop. And this is the best, by far, homemade spaghetti meatballs that I've ever made or had. Even like my mom's or my dad's. Like, this is really, really good. The meatball recipe is fantastic. Shout out Steve. The size and juiciness and tenderness of these meatballs is wonderful. The sauce recipe is delicious. Everything comes together in a really nice way. It's just like exactly what you're looking for in spaghetti meatballs. 10 across the board. No notes. Really, really delicious. I feel like it's all over me. I'm gonna sit down and house this thing right now. Thank you so much for watching and for bearing with me. I knew we were gonna end up with a super delicious result at the end, and I'm really glad we did this. It was kind of therapeutic making those little meatballs. Although it was time consuming, it was fun, sensory. I absolutely love this recipe. So let me know what you want me to make for dinner next time. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here. And yeah, we'll see you at the next time.